Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Allevo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. Yesterday during midday, I noticed the livestock markets were lower, which unfortunately has been common for several days. But then at 11:20, all of a sudden, they really dropped like $4 to $6 lower, and shortly after that, we're pushing $8 lower. As we look back to that now, it looks like the bearishness stemmed from President Trump's comment that he was going to take action on high beef prices, which was sufficient to trigger the liquidation, despite no specific outline being mentioned as to how that would be accomplished. Hogs held up well and were not the target of spillover selling, as sometimes occurs. Traders saw limited potential for price protection by selling hog futures as a protective measure when they could not exit their cattle positions because it had already reached $9.25 lower, which is the limit. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
Sunny, warm, and dry for the rest of this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at your forecast update. Temperatures creeping a little bit higher today versus yesterday. Going to be doing the same thing for tomorrow and Friday as we finish out the week. We are rain-free through Saturday. And then on Sunday, we may have to watch for a little bit of moisture trying to come down out of Michigan. This little wave just doesn't have a lot of potential, but it's still here. We've lost a lot of moisture out of it over the past 2 days or so, but the system is still there. So Sunday, we may see some hit-and-miss scattered shower action, particularly in western parts of Ohio. And then we're back to the fully dry stuff all the way through next week. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Powered by Soy Biodiesel. Tomorrow I'll be at Upper Sandusky at the Wyandotte County Fair, all thanks to Nature's Alpine Solutions. On Monday, we'll get our first Farm Science Review update. That'll be from Holman Incorporated. And don't forget, the Ohio Cattlemen's Association is hosting 6 free educational meetings covering topics like grazing management, reproduction, and herd health. Meetings include dinner and require registration. Visit ohiocattle.org for registration and more information. Back with more after this.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Get ready for the 63rd Annual Farm Science Review, September 16th through the 18th near London, Ohio. Explore hundreds of exhibits, field demonstrations, and educational sessions. Get pre-sale discounted tickets at participating OSU Extension offices, agribusinesses, or online at fsr.osu.edu. Plan your trip with the digital directory and mobile app, and follow Farm Science Review on social media. Don't miss the 63rd Farm Science Review, September 16th through the 18th.
Months after being outraged, agricultural groups on Tuesday largely praised the findings of the latest Make America Healthy Again Commission report as the commission backed away from criticizing pesticides. Overall, the MAHA report spelled out a range of potential policy changes across various departments to address a crisis in children's health linked to poor diet, chemical exposure, lack of physical activity, and over-medication. Time now for the Midday Market Analysis provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Ryan Metzger with Leist Mercantile, providing you with your midweek grain fundamentals. U.S. lawmakers from states with oil refineries introduced legislation yesterday to block the EPA from shifting renewable fuel blending obligations from small refineries to the larger ones. As a result, soy oil traded down another 100 points yesterday to a 3-month low. The EPA offered the White House a preferred option to deal with the exempted gallons, as well as other options that will also be weighed during this review process. Please visit our website at leistmercantile.com to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Well, let's start in livestock after yesterday's numbers. October cattle, $230.80, up 62. December up 62 at 231.80. February up 27 at 232.65. Lean hogs for October up $1.22 at 97.35. December up 40 cents at 88.25. October feeder cattle, after being down $9.25 yesterday, are down 40 cents at 349.52. November down $1.95 at 346.92. And January down $2.55 at $340.85. September corn down a penny and 1/4 at $4. December down 3/4 at $4.19. September soybeans down 1 3/4 at $10.09 3/4. November 10.29 down 2 1/4. December wheat down 2 1/4 at $5.18. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, everyone. This is the Ohio AgNet.